Let's catch you up all things Brewers now into the Winklerverse. I'm joined by Tim Shea. You were at Sunday's game, was that it?
Friday and Sunday.
Oh, my brother was at both too.
Saw your brother.
On Sunday?
Yes, I did.
Did you get he did the theme night with those yacht hats, the boat hats?
Oh, that was Friday night, yes.
Yeah.
I saw thousands of them. Thousands. I feel like everybody did that theme night.
So he left the stadium. He went with my parents. He left the stadium. My mom gave him the hat to give to me. So you would say, well, why am I not wearing the hat?
Yeah, where is the hat?
So some kids offered him $30 for it. And he said no. And then an older guy, from what he says, was waiting at the shuttle entrance, desperate for a hat. He gave him $100.
Shut up.
Yeah.
They're going for like 45 on eBay, but 100?
100.
I mean, he couldn't pass that up, right?
No, so he didn't. I don't know that he knew that he didn't get one because, you know, these theme night celebrations, sometimes you know, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Pretty dumb. Were you there for much of the Ryan Braun stuff Sunday, or did you just get there after?
I was there, but we were walking around. You've been through one of those ceremonies. You've been through them all. They all say the same thing. And plus, I'm not a Ryan Braun fan, so I could care less.
I don't get that about you.
Sorry. He was. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to get.
What I'm imagining is there was like one awkward interaction you had with him, and now you.
Oh no. He was. He didn't like be pre steroids, being juiced up or before he got caught, I should say. He wasn't a nice person. So,
well, people grow, people learn.
Well,
I think they should retire his number. I don't want to go down this road
stop.
again.
No, we're not.
Who's had a bigger? I mean, some of the guys up there, Braun's has just as much impact as them.
They got to be in the Hall of Fame. That's the rule, okay?
The dumb rule. Whose rule is that?
It was Bud Selig's rule, which Mark Antanasio, and pretty much a lot. There are some exceptions that some teams do. Not many at all. It's pretty much it's an unwritten Major League Baseball rule.
Bud Selig came up with a rule that if you win the All-Star game, your league gets home field advantage. Why are we trusting this guy on rules?
I like that. I actually like that rule. I actually like that, kind of twist to the All-Star game. Because his All-Star game got fucked up here in Milwaukee. All right? That's why.
Yeah. It did get fucked up, Tim.
And why we're not getting another one anytime soon is beyond me.
So are the Cubs buying at the deadline here? What's going on?
I did. I mean, it raised an eye.
Brewers come into Monday's series against the Braves, 15 games over 500, 6 games up of the Cardinals. Pirates have a winning record.
You know what's going to happen, Bart.
What?
I mean, I haven't seen a lot of this yet, but I mean, if the Cubs are buying whatever, they're going to be that last wild card seed. And the Brewers,
they got a long way to go.
I think they're only like 3 or 4 games out of that, right?
Yeah, 5.
It's within reaching. It's reaching distance. So
right now, the Brewers are 3 or 1.5 back of the Dodgers for a bye.
Yeah, that's.
The wild cards would be the Braves, Padres, and Mets, as David Stearns continues to accumulate failed Brewers, recently with Jesse Winker over the weekend, to add to his Tyrone Taylor, Adrian Hauser, or they DFA'd him, I think.
Yeah.
Get him back.
I'm who knows, but it could be if the Cubs get in there and the Brewers don't make some headway here, getting that 2 seed. If we think they're going to be the 3 seed, they won't get the bye, and it would just set up perfect. It would just be, of course. Well, we got to play the Cubs in the first round of the wild card.
Man, you're worrying about that. That ain't going to happen.
All right. Should I worry more about St. Louis then?
I don't know. So the wild card teams will probably be if the division winners stand, it'll be the Braves will be able to get in despite their injuries. Padres, Mets, and then any of those other teams like Diamond. But that again, that's what the Diamondbacks did last year.
Happened last year.
I don't know. I'm not worried about anybody until
September.
Yeah. I think that's when, or pay attention time. I'm just paying attention to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Which was the ballpark pretty abuzz for the Nick Mears trade?
Oh my gosh. People were they couldn't believe it.
Nick Mears, by the way, the Rockies reliever the Brewers traded for, has a 5.56 ERA. But so you think, he pitches in Colorado. No.
I've heard
Nick Mears' ERA in Colorado is 3.16. On the road, it's 8.69.
Makes sense.
But as the Athletic writes here, he seems like a perfect addition to a Brewers organization that knows what it likes in its pitchers and has a history of improving their results. Brewers traded 2 guys in this deal. One guy that I've heard of, one guy that I haven't. Bradley Blaylock. Didn't they just draft him? Oh, they got him for Luis Urias.
Yeah.
And then Yohanner Herrera.
Yep.
Who they signed, I don't know. He was pitching in Appleton. How was the press box? I'm going to try to weasel my way back in there, I think.
It was kind of empty. It was a light press box on Friday.
Although I did apply to go to the Packers shareholders meeting as media, and they turned me down.
How come?
She said, I don't recall you ever covering a business meeting. I said, okay, yeah. Well, I have this show. I'm out of Milwaukee. It's on 150 stations, blah, blah, blah. It's a national show. I wanted to give the perspective of being a shareholder and cover the event. Oh, great. Sounds like that'd be better for you to do in the stands. Yeah. What if Jim Rome's like, hey, I want to go to the shareholders meeting? They're going to have him sit in the stands?
Oh, he's in.
No one respects me. What do I got to do? I go, people. Yeah, are you back on the radio? Yeah, I'm doing a national show. And they go, yeah, at 9:00. It's like, I can never reach this level of respect that is only deserved for the Mike Hellers and the Doug Russells of the world.
Oh boy.
What must I do for Central Wisconsin to cherish me as one of their own?
Anywho.
What else do you want the Brewers to trade for?
Back to the
Vlad?
Brewers. I don't think they're going to make a big trade.
Is this our trade deadline show? Nick Mears, that's it?
I honestly, I could
Everyone thinks they're trading Garrett Mitchell.
I think they're keeping everybody. They're going to be silenced during
They don't have a pitcher.
Who they don't want to trade anybody. That's the problem. They don't want to trade Willie Adames.
You know who I want to trade for is Jack Flaherty.
Jack Flaherty? Well,
he is on the last year of his deal. He's making $14 million. He's 28.
Just not a Brewers move to pick up someone for 3 months.
Sure it is if his name's Jonathan Scope.
God.
The way you feel about Ryan Braun, I feel a million times about Jonathan Scope. Everything about that is so stupid.
Yeah, retire his number. Let's get him on the walk of cement or something.
God. Remember when our infield was bigger than the Packers' offensive line?
Yes. Let's get him a cement slab somewhere. Yeah, they put Ryan Braun over by the front office entrance. His thing, I believe.
Yeah, is he the only one over there?
I think so.
That's because Mark wanted to be closer to him at all times.
He wanted to look down every time and make yep, he's still there.
Ryan Braun's in finance now.
The biggest thing he'll get there will probably be a statue.
Braun ain't getting a statue.
Yeah. Do you think a statue is more prestigious than getting your number retired? Or do you think getting your number retired is more prestigious than getting a statue?
Number.
Yeah, Braun's getting a statue. They'll give him a statue. They will not retire his number.
Who has a statue?
Bud Selig, Robin Yount,
the Crane guys,
Molitor, maybe. You know what? I have to look at that the next time I'm there. I'll never forget the Bud Selig ceremony. Were you there at all? Did you cover that? Were you here yet? It was a big thing. Like someone
I did not go to that game. It was a little too much.
Someone from Major League. So the ceremony was actually like in the morning.
Because they put his office where my favorite bar used to be.
Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his statue. And
remember that bar?
Yes, I do.
It had air conditioning.
They changed that thing for like 5 years every year, and they could not come up with something in that space. They finally
like a little lounge with video games.
I know.
I liked it.
So we did like a ceremony, like this big. Someone from Major League Baseball came in and ran this thing, and it was a show. And I'll never forget a few hours before that morning, a bird came up, landed on it, took off, and pooped on it. They're like, we need someone to clean that now.
Gotta be a sign, huh?
I think Braun will get a statue, but he will not get his number retired.
I don't think so. I don't think he'll get his number retired because the Packers are dumb about it too. Meanwhile, the Bucks, geez, if you played for 2 years in the 70s, you got your number retired.
Well, I mean,
did you watch Giannis play?
I did a little bit.
Boy, his team sucks.
Yeah, thank God for him.
Did you see that Tatum didn't play?
Yeah, a DMP.
I think LeBron's the greatest player of all time. I think he's better than Jordan.
Whoa.
Yeah. The stuff he's doing in these Olympics, and Kevin Durant's history is all messed up. He's the best USA basketball player of all time. LeBron's 40 years old, and he is the dominant force in basketball. And then he goes on the Lakers. What a shit show. I know those are a lot of hot takes at once.
Yeah, I need to go back to the greatest player of all time.
Oh, I've always thought that. I just say Jordan to avoid confrontation.
I guess. Nah.
Dude, do you watch? You
it's
got
Jordan.
Peacock?
I don't. It's Jordan.
You got
Jordan
Peacock?
Lost.
Do you have Peacock?
And then when Jordan retired, he would have won those years too. Yes, I do.
Yeah, you got to watch Gold Zone.
Gold Zone?
Yeah, they do Red Zone Olympics.
Oh, like if they're getting ready for a like a medal or something.
Yeah, I was watching 4 gold events at once: judo, rowing.
Yeah, I will have to take a look. The Gold Zone.
Yeah, Gold Zone.
Who was that? Who's the offensive coordinator? Is it what's his name? Hackett. Thank you. Make the Gold Zone. He's got a patent this shit.
Yeah. Did you watch Deadpool and Wolverine yet?
I did not.
Are you gonna?
No.
It's good. Quick review. Quick spoiler-free review. It's very good. Does great service to both characters. I would like to see more connection with the actual universe. The multiverse thing is a fucking disaster. But I feel like they make these movies and they're just like, I just feel like Kevin Feige is always like, yeah, that's fine. I need more. And now Robert Downey Jr. is back as Dr. Doom. Did you see that?
I did not.
I like it, but it's fucked up.
I assume you saw it right away.
Yeah, on my way to Pato.
Of course.
I was looking at Twitter.
What movie theater's on the way there? Which way did you take?
Oh no, I saw Deadpool on Thursday
Okay.
at 3:00.
Okay.
The first showing.
Crowded? Sold out?
Pretty crowded. It was all the nerds.
Yeah. And
I was
you.
like the one guy that wasn't wearing a Marvel shirt or a full Deadpool outfit.
You should have.
The media tour those guys are on is a little exhausting, but you got to do it. All right, so we were talking Brewers, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make a big splash. I don't think they're going to go after a pitcher. I think they. I mean, no matter who they trade, someone's going to be upset.
What about Yelich? Is he done for the year?
I think he'll try and come back in like a month, and then they'll shut him down. Like he'll play like 3 or 4 games, and then we'll all bitch about, well, why did he play? But
you know what my wife said to me? She goes, aren't the Brewers good this year? And I go, yeah, really good. And she's like, well, why aren't you as into it as you normally have been?
Because we all know what's going to happen. We've all been through this before.
Well, one, for her perspective, the Brewers used to be on TV in this house every night.
Mm-hmm. You're not home.
I would watch it for the show the next day. But now working at night, I'm not home.
Mm-hmm.
On the weekends, we're doing something. So she has not accidentally seen Brewer coverage as much as in the past. So, but then to your point, like somebody asked me the other day, do we have World Series expectations? How can we? This team is like a car that is on empty and the gas told you 50 miles ago that you need gas, but somehow it's still running as smooth as it's ever been. But you know, at some point, shit's going to break down.
I won't be surprised if we win the first round, and it's going to be a party like no other. I can already tell you that. But then you'll go play Philadelphia or Philadelphia or LA, and we all know what's going to happen.
Or we'll bring the Pirates to town and they'll beat us.
Now you get that 2 seed and things change a little bit.
I don't know. Bye week tends to fuck these teams over. What else is going on, Tim? Sorry I didn't see you the other day.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Nothing. Badger football season coming up soon. Big one. Week 3 for them. They get a couple tune-ups before the big one this year. So, I think their camp starts later this week.
What do you think? They sell beer now?
I know. Very excited about that. Very pumped for that. So, no expectations this year. You know, last year everyone thought, oh, the running gun, the spread offense, it's going to be great. And then what? They went 7-5 or something, 6-6.
It's really going to hurt the flask business in the Madison area.
Mm-hmm. Oh, people will still bring in their hard liquor. Don't worry about that.
God. You look down the row at some of these games. There's 3 out at one time.
Dude.
I got a Coke.
I remember leaving the stadium once and looked down a row. There was a full-on bottle of Tito's right there. A full bottle.
How'd they get that in?
No metal detectors, Bart.
There aren't?
Until last year, there were no metal detectors. And you could still sneak in with the little ones because the metal detectors weren't powerful to set it off. So, but until last year, there were no metal detectors at that place.
I swear, sometimes I walk into some of these stadiums and I like look at the pad the guy's looking at. It's like not even turned on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck is this? Are we doing something? Is this theater? What are we doing?
Oh, I always tested at Miller Park. I've gone in with my phone in my pocket and it never went off.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
So I don't know if they're just not high enough or.
Did the escalator get fixed?
I rode one yesterday. A little about it, but we got up.
I'm happy about that.
I was at a game and they had like half of them closed. So
Oh yeah. They gotta make sure, man.
So they do have a little tough stretch coming up, the Brewers, which will be interesting.
We got the Braves. We got the Nationals.
I think it's right after the Cincinnati series,
and then the Braves again.
Yeah,
and then the Reds, Dodgers come to town. You want to go see Shohei?
Isn't it Dodgers, Cleveland, and St. Louis?
Yep.
Old friend Stephen Vogt, manager of the Cleveland Guardians, coming.
Then we go to Oakland.
Well, we still have 2 West Coast road trips. The patent at Chicago, or wait, where do we go? We go St. Louis, Oakland, or something weird, right?
I want to take my kid out of school one of these days, but he's only got like a month of daycare left. Then he's going to be he's going to go to kindergarten.
Kindergarten? All day kindergarten? Or half day?
Till like 2 or 3.
Okay.
And we're not doing care because I'm here. I'll probably regret that.
Save the money.
What else could I take him to?
Sesame Street Day is coming up. I saw a promo for that. You going to take him to that game?
No, they have a double bobblehead. I don't like those.
You don't?
No.
Jackson Churio bobblehead. They announced that.
Oh, yeah, on a Sunday?
Why don't you give that? Why don't you just give that to the
football? Got to watch football.
Oh, do the Packers play that day? I will be at the Packers home opener.
No, the Packers play in Brazil.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I'm not
there's football. Yeah, that's week 1.
All right. Well, I think we covered the Brewers enough. We talked about Nick Mears. We talked about Yelich. I mentioned a trade target that I would like to acquire. We looked at their schedule. We looked at the standings. We shit-talked the Cubs, and we talked about the escalator. I think we got it all.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting here. Last 58 games. I mean, we all know this story. The chapter has been written. It's just let's play it out and let's see if they can, maybe catch some magic. I love the people that always say, "Well, it's baseball. Anything can happen
anything can happen."
Yeah, but not when you're the Brewers and you play the Dodgers or the Philadelphia Phillies. I mean,
we're going to make the World Series and lose to Baltimore. Corbin Burns is going to be the MVP.
The records this year prove it against the Dodgers and Philly. And I don't want to hear, "Oh, well, we only lost to Philly by three runs that total series." I don't care. You got swept.
Well, we got 7 games against them left, and they're all at home.
I know.
Tim.
Yep. Make me eat my words. Make me eat the crow. It won't happen. Trust me. 7 games against those teams, Brewers will win 2. 2-5. Bookmark that.
Why are you so down on them?
I'm not down on them. They're a good team. It's just there are 2 teams that are much better than them.
Yeah, but we got a stud pitching staff, and Freddie Peralta's an ace.
God.
You okay?
An ace.
What happened to him?
Don't get me started with Freddie.
Maybe some guys just aren't cut out to be the one. Remember the year that Randall Cobb was supposed to be our number 1, and then he sucked? Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. Oh, I am looking forward to seeing Aaron Rodgers play this year. Maybe he can get through a game.
He went to Egypt.
Rode a camel.
Oh, I did not know that.
He said that. Did you see him getting in a little tussle? Not like it was it looked like a little heated argument with one of his wide receivers. Then they shook hands at the end.
Talk about performative.
All right. Well,
Tim Shea, always a pleasure.
take it easy. We got football August 1st, Hall of Fame game.
I'll be breaking it down live on the Bart Winkler show. Call in again.
Take it easy. I will one of these days. I'll have to have a couple drinks in me, though. Take it easy, Bart.
Thanks, everyone, especially Tim Shea.
Go Brewers and Packers.